Sir, 24 hours ago, KPRC2 investigator Mario Diaz reported on the case involving a 16-year-old who led HPD on a high-speed chase which killed a 19-year-old man on a motorcycle near the end of that pursuit.
That teen is now facing a slew of charges, including murder, but there are some questions as to whether he will be tried as a juvenile or an adult. Let's go to KPRC2 investigator Mario Diaz. He spoke with one criminal defense attorney today to get a better understanding of how that decision is rendered.
The attorney is Juvenile. He does criminal defense work, but in the past, he used to work in the Harris County District Attorney's Office. He did so for years as a prosecutor. He knows this process very well and broke down the key criteria used to make a decision. We have a 16-year-old defendant, and we have these charges: felony murder, intoxicated manslaughter, failure to stop and render aid, evading arrest, detention, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. How do we decide whether or not to charge him as a juvenile or as an adult?
Well, so you have to go through what's called the certification process, and there are various factors. The first one would be the defendant's age and level of offense.
Explain, if you don't mind.
You have to look at how old the defendant is and what he's charged with. So with this first one you have here, felony murder, first-degree felony, he would need to be 14 or older to be charged as an adult.
Again, he's 16.
Right. So clearly met here on the felony murder.
What's next?
So then we go to factors surrounding the offense.
In this case, you had a high-speed chase that lasted for about 6 minutes. He races off the off-ramp there, off of I-45, FM 1960, kills a 19-year-old man.
Certainly a high-speed chase, and the duration of that chase are what we would call aggravating factors. So that would cut against the defendant and probably weigh in favor of certification at that point. So the third one would be factors about the defendant. The court will look at factors compiled by the Juvenile Probation Department, his family, the state. There will be psychological and psychiatric evaluations that the court will look at. Juvenile probation will compile a report about the defendant, school records, family records, and all of that goes into account when the judge is going to make the determination under this list of whether or not to certify this defendant.
Venus says the whole process to render a decision of juvenile or adult can take months, adding the attorney defending the 16-year-old can also make a case as to why the judge should have him charged as a juvenile. Mario Diaz, KPRC2 investigates.
All right, Mario, thank you. Well,